It is the last double game week of this season. Hello guys and welcome back to another FPO video. Today I have a team selection video for you for double game week 37. It is the last double game week of this season and Manchester City, Manchester United and Brighton have a lot of good players to pick from. So now stay tuned and see what players are in my team. As usual we are starting in defense. I've opted for Johnston and goal. He has a game against Fulham. Both teams are not playing for anything anymore, so I believe they can have a very open game. But I believe Johnston is a good shot stopper, so he can bring a lot of save points and hopefully a clean sheet, just like in game week 36. Trent, he is in the team. A game against Villa at home is the last home fixture for Liverpool. I expect them to win because they need wins in order to have a chance to qualify for Champions League. He scored a goal against Leicester. He's returning every game week since maybe 7 game weeks. So it's a very must pick right now, in my opinion. He is kind of differential on my rank because not a lot of players have him. But yeah, I have him and I will use him. Then there are two double game week players. Luke Shaw against Bournemouth and Chelsea. Manchester United, I believe they will need to win two more games to qualify for Champions League. So a game against Bournemouth, it returns a clean sheet, just like against Wolves. Luke Shaw got a clean sheet and bonus points. I want to take them against Bournemouth at least, and maybe Chelsea because they're shambles. And the final pick is Luke Dunk. Southampton are already out of the league, so I believe they will not play for anything. And a home game against Manchester City, it's okayish, but not very good because they're Manchester City, and I believe Manchester City will score a lot of goals. But I'm playing him for the Southampton game. As you can see, Trippier is out of the squad because he has only one game week and he is worse than Trent at this moment. So yeah, he will be on my bench. In midfield, I've opted for 5 midfielders. As you can see, I'm in a 3-5-2 formation. First of all, Grealish, he has not played a lot of minutes in the Premier League in the last 2 or 3 game weeks, but with a double up, I believe he can have one game at least, full game, and a cameo off the bench maybe against Chelsea, so a game and a half. It's pretty good ratio for a Manchester City player that's not called Haaland. So yeah, I'm sticking with him. I'm not transferring him if I were you, but if you have him, keep him. Next up is Rashford. Rashford came back from injury. He was pictured in training, so I believe he will be included in both of the games because Manchester United, as already mentioned, need a couple of wins to qualify for Champions League for the next season, and Rashford will be needed for that. And I believe a game against Bournemouth will be a good start for him to getting back into form. Next up, two boys from Brighton. March is injured, and I have Mitoma and McAllister. I know they're not providing as expected because I expected a lot from Brighton players and I've been hurt because I didn't own and I still don't own Estupinan and the others are just not providing. But what can you do? I'm sticking with them. I took a hit for McAllister last game week because March was out and I could have gotten 4 games from 2 game weeks from McAllister, so this seemed a good choice. And they have a game against Southampton, as already mentioned, and I believe they will score a goal against Manchester City. McAllister is on penalties, so here I have a lot of players on penalties, which is always good. And the last guy here is Salah. He's back into form just as Trent Alexander-Arnold for the end of the season. I believe he can translate this form into next season, but for now I will keep getting the points from him from this season. 3 assists in the last game. This was a pretty good performance. He missed a one-on-one against the goalkeeper, so I could have gotten even more points from him. He is still not as owned as I expected him to be, and he may give way to Kevin De Bruyne this game week, but I'm keeping him. For me, Trent and Salah are providing the most value for me in this team because Liverpool are in very, very good form. I believe they will concede a goal Liverpool against Aston Villa, but they will score more. Last but not least, the fourth line. Here is the transfer that I made. It's Alvarez for Isaac. I believe Alvarez will get a start in Premier League just like he got in the last 5 or 6 game weeks, at least for one of the game. And with Manchester City being 1 win away, they can play with whoever they want. And I believe Alvarez will get his minutes because Haaland already broken the record and Alvarez needs a game minutes and he wants to be happy and he's happy when he's playing. So I believe Alvarez will be a very, very outside of the box pick, and I believe I can get a lot of upper hand against other players who own Ederson, who may be rotated because The goalkeeper, the second goalkeeper, may even have to play games for the medal. I'm not sure how many games he has participated in, but if he is 2 or 3 away, he can be their starting goalkeeper, and he will provide a lot of value for me, Alvarez, because as already explained, not enough players will own him, and if he explodes, I will explode again 2 games against oppositions that are conceding as of late. So yeah, pretty good. And the last guy is Haaland here. He's my captain because of the high ownership, and I don't want to miss points on this ownership. On my bench, the only player that I cannot fit in and I want to is Wilson, because he's in a terrific form, but right now I don't see me benching any of these players. Maybe Dunk for Trippier, but no, with 2 games, Dunk is staying. And this is the team. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like it, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and I will see you before the last game week 38. Bye for now.